So you're thinking of getting into film photography. Nice choice, nice choice. You're about to become financially ruined, but a nice choice nonetheless. Welcome to the club. Maybe you are sick of the super sharp, hyper detailed look that pretty much anyone can achieve with a high-end digital camera on auto mode. Or maybe like me, you just hate editing. Whatever your reason for wanting to get into film photography, I got you. I'm going to take you from the very start, day zero, right through to having film photos that you can post on Instagram. So without further ado, let's get you ripping film rolls and pissing money into the wind, baby. Step numero uno. First things first, you're going to need a camera. Fairly obvious point, but there are so many to choose from that straight out the gate, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. Now, film was the dominant media in photography for a very long time, and over the course of that time, there were film cameras made of all shapes and sizes. How the actual are you supposed to pick one out of the thousands of options? Well, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, why am I buying a film camera? And in order to make this really simple, I'm going to split people into two categories. Now, if you just want an easy to use film camera so you can take it on a night out, smash out some photos of you and your friends having a lovely time and throw those photos on Instagram, and you're not really asked about learning how photography works or being able to change lenses or growing as a creative photographer or anything like that, then I'm going to put you into category A. Now, if you're a person who wants to learn everything there is to sort of learn about photography, you want to get good at composition, you want to be able to swap lenses, you want to shoot all sorts of different things, you want that room to grow creatively, then I'm going to put you into category B. No shade being in category A or category B. This isn't that sort of place. If you know me personally or you're familiar with the channel, you will know that this is not one of those gatekeepy neck beard. I used to develop my own film in my own piss back in the day. This isn't one of those channels. Don't worry. There is nothing wrong with just wanting film photography aesthetic bangers to put on Instagram. It's thanks to you people, really, that film is as big as it is now. So don't let anyone give you any shit just because you just want to take film photo bangers for Instagram. Nothing wrong with that. If you are that person in category A, then I would recommend a film point and shoot camera. Now, what these cameras are essentially what it says on the tin. It's a film camera that you point, you shoot. The camera does everything else for you, essentially. Loads and loads of great options. Some good starter options are anything from the Canon Sure Shot line of point and shoot film cameras. I have a bunch of them, love them. They're all really good. The Nikon Zoom series cameras, they're also really sick. I use a bunch of these, love them. But you can go as cheap as you want with these, really. Like, you could just go onto eBay and put in the words film point and shoot tested into eBay, pick up the cheapest one, and it's probably going to do the job for you. If you are buying it off somewhere like eBay, then just make sure that it is tested. Now, there are also these other options, things like the Kodak M35 and these Ilford cameras that are essentially like disposable cameras that you can reuse. I'm hard pushed to recommend these, and I've got some videos on my channel about why I wouldn't necessarily recommend them, but if it's all you have available to you, then they'll be fine. It'll do the job. And the photos, they do have a lot of character. And I have a bunch of videos about the Canon Sure Shots, the Nikon Zooms. I've got a bunch of videos about them on the channel. So if you want to have a little scroll through, you will stumble upon some point and shoot film camera videos. And they're all cameras that I've used myself. Now, if you fall into category B, then you're going to want an SLR film camera. Now, essentially what this is it's kind of similar to like the digital professional cameras now. You can swap the lenses out. It's got manual settings, but they often have like full auto settings as well. So you can shoot it like a point and shoot, but it gives you the room to grow. You can swap the lenses. You can learn to shoot manually. You can learn to use aperture priority, shutter priority mode, all these things. It just gives you more room to grow. Now, the one thing that I would not recommend doing is going and buying one of the really cool looking Canon A1 or Canon AE1 cameras with the manual focus. Wouldn't recommend that. You'll look like a film photographer immediately, but the price of entry with shooting fully manual and fully manual focus could potentially put you off. Now, the kind of SLR that I would recommend is an SLR with autofocus, one of the more modern SLR 35mm film cameras, something like the Canon EOS line or anything from the Minolta Dynax or Maxxum line. You cannot go wrong with these. These are sick cameras and you've got so much room to grow. Awesome lenses. A lot of my professional film work is shot on the Minolta Dynax cameras. They're insane. They are so good, even now in like 2025. So good. Amazing lenses. And the Canon EOS line, same thing. You've got the EF mount lenses. So many great options. If you're going to sort of look for a more obscure SLR, or you might not have any of those available to you, the main thing you want is you want it to have a light meter built in. I'm not going to get into the whole light meter thing now. The long and short of it, a light meter essentially just meters the light, tells you what would be a good exposure in the lighting situation that you're in. A vast majority of cameras do have these built in, the 35mm film cameras, so just make sure that whatever you're buying, if you're buying an SLR, has a built-in light meter. It will make your life so much easier. You can get external light meters, but it's another thing to think about. Wouldn't be doing it this early on. Get something with a built-in light meter. So you've got your film camera. Congratulations. Again, welcome to the club. Now, obviously, we're going to need some film for that camera. Now, there are a multitude of options when it comes to film. Now, I'm not going to get super bogged down in them because the point of this video is to get you from naught to film photos in as straightforward a way as possible, not to overwhelm you. So I'm going to recommend some out of the gate, easy to use films that are super accessible and should be all right in most situations. The best option, in my opinion, for your first roll of film is likely something like Kodak Ultramax 400 or Ilford Delta XP2, which is also rated at 400. So the number in Kodak Ultramax 400 is the box speed of that film. This is the speed that it is recommended that you shoot the film at. Every film has a recommended box speed. Put really simply, the higher the number, the better that film will perform in lower light. I can see you right now. I can see you type in the comment like, oh my god, Rob, you idiot. Technically it means shut up. It doesn't matter. This video is not for you. We're just helping people understand this simply and then they can learn the rest as they go. We don't need to bombard people with information. So stop writing that little comment, calling me an idiot, and do something productive with your day instead. Alright, thanks. Peace out. See ya. The reason I recommend a film with 400 speed is that it should handle outdoor scenes and indoor scenes okay. Now, if you're shooting indoors, you should be using a flash anyway, unless you're shooting with a really high speed, low light, specific film. If you're shooting indoors with film, I would always try and use a flash wherever you can. Now, if you're shooting on a film point and shoot, that should be no problem because you should have a flash built in. It'll be automatic, it'll just do its thing. Now, if you've got a film SLR camera, then what I would do is I would go onto Google and I would look for a TTL flash for that specific 35mm SLR film camera model that you have. TTL just basically means through the lens, measures the light, automatic flash basically. Just think about it as automatic flash. But yeah, little bonus tip here. With film, flash is your friend. Like a really big part of getting that film aesthetic look is by using direct flash. Like a lot of point and shoot film cameras have it for a reason. That nostalgic, I'm on holiday in Disneyland in the 90s sort of vibe. All those little point and shoot cameras everyone was using back in the day, they will have little direct flashes on them. A big part of the look is flash, so don't be afraid of using flash. So you've got your film, you've got your camera. What next? Good question, mi amigo. Good question. So next you're going to want to take some photos. I ain't going to micromanage you here. Go take photos, be free, enjoy yourself, have a nice time. This is supposed to be fun. Don't overthink it. Go and take photos, go and enjoy yourself. If you're not sure how to use a camera that you've bought, then get yourself onto YouTube, put in the name of your camera and then just like tutorial or whatever. There will be videos, how to load the film, all that sort of stuff. All that information will be out there. The one big recommendation I would make here is go onto Google, find a PDF of the manual for your camera, and you want to read that manual from end to end. Sounds boring, just do it. It will save you so much money in the long run, because what you've got to remember is in order to get through that learning curve of learning how to use film, you need to shoot film, which costs money. Read the manual. I cannot stress this enough. read the manual. Okay, so you have finished your roll of film. You've taken all the photos you needed to complete that first roll of film. Congratulations, you are officially a film photographer. Well done. Well, you are now officially better than everyone else. Good for you. She's still not coming back, but well done anyway. Better get that tweed jacket ordered. Ooh, with the little elbow patches on it. Yeah, you're going to look the business in that. You're also going to want to take your trousers and you're going to want to curly ends up like this. This way, everybody knows that you're a film photographer before you've even opened your mouth. Because you are now part of the elite. You see someone taking digital photos. Yeah, looks nice, that, mate. I'm a film photographer. I don't care. So now you might be looking at your roll of film like, what do I do with this? Don't worry, we have answers. What you're going to need to do now is get that film developed and scanned. A photo lab will then email those scans to you. You can put them on your phone, you can put them on Instagram, and then maybe girls will actually like you. Or maybe not. Maybe then your family will respect you. Maybe not. If you have a local camera shop that still develops film, perfect. Take it to them. They'll take care of it for you. You can ask loads of questions. They should be really helpful. Jobs are good in. If you don't have a local camera shop that still develops film, then go onto Google, type in where you live in the world. So I'm in the UK, I will type in UK film developing, and you'll find like a posting mail service that you can use. You can basically box up your film, send it off to a lab, they'll take care of it all, they'll email you the scans back. Always ask for your negatives back as well. You want to keep the negatives. It's important you keep those because you might want to rescan them at some point. I often send my film to the other side of the country to be developed and scanned because that's just a lab that I like using. Different labs will use different scanners and different techniques when it comes to handling your film. So feel free to shop around and find a lab that you like using and a lab that consistently provides good results. So get that film sent off, you'll have your scans emailed to you, and there we have it. You have your first roll of film back. Amazing, you've done it. Well done. Hopefully this has filled whatever void your parents not giving you enough attention left in your life. Hopefully that void is now filled and we can move on to the next roll of film. Now, if your photos come back and you're not very happy with them, don't panic. This is normal. They're supposed to look shit to begin with, to be fair. There's always a learning curve. If it wasn't hard, then it wouldn't be worth it. Now, what you can do if you're not happy with your photos is you could send me a message on Instagram and be like, Rob, my photos look like this. Is this normal? And I'll reply and be like, yes or no, or maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that. Happy to do that. You can also ask your lab too. Whichever lab that you've used, they'll be very well versed in how film photography works. But remember, like with anything, the more you do it, the more confident you will get. Progress over perfection. If every roll gets 0.1% better than the roll that came before it, you're still progressing. Yes, it might be expensive, but that's kind of just the nature of the beast with film, sadly. I shot a lot of film when I was a kid on like little point and shoot cameras and stuff, and I didn't really get back into film again as an adult until I was already like professionally shooting photo stuff for a living. And even then, my first roll back wasn't great. So don't worry about it. So if your first roll comes back and the photos aren't as amazing as you expected them to be, do not be disheartened. This is normal. So there we have it. You are now a film photographer, you legend. Congrats. Now carry your camera everywhere. Document those sick moments in your life. Take a load of bangers and ignore every single elitist in the community. Just follow them, just ignore them. Now, rad stuff in terms of like making videos, and then also in terms of like the client business based side has always been like a really safe space. Always will be. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, drop me a message on Instagram, whatever. There is no such thing as a dumb question, just dumb people answering those questions and being shitty about them. There you go, that's a quote for you. I can't promise I'll reply quickly. It's photography season. Here in the UK, we get like a month of sun and everyone's like, oh, I need those photos, oh, I want this, oh, I want that, oh, we get married. So it is a little bit busy right now, but I will reply eventually. And then also, there are a bunch of really cool people who comment on my videos as well, who are really knowledgeable about film stuff as well. So if you ask a question, it might not be me that answers you, someone else who watches these videos and knows loads of cool stuff about film might be able to help you as well. So if you do see someone asking a question, feel free to answer it. I would really appreciate that. But anyway, that is me. Thank you for checking out the video. Go and enjoy shooting film photos. RIP your bank account, because it's a slippery slope, my friend. It's a slippery, slippery slope. But thank you for checking out the video. I hope you're good, hope the family is well, and most importantly, I hope your dog is well. As always, a little scratch behind the ears from me, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Fit check, baby! I feel like we've seen this t-shirt before. It's a Universal Orlando vintage resort tee, very dope, super heavy cotton, nice thick collar. Straightforward, mate, it's a classic for a reason. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.